Hello.
Hi.
Hey, veggie burger in the house.
There
Hey,
you
Mr.
go.
Burger.
Thank you guys so much for taking your time to chat with me. Aaron, we left you up in a weird place in the last episode. You're kind of on the rocks with Faye. You got rid of neighbor Bay from ever talking to you again,
Yeah, for sure.
let
I'm eating more
alone.
than I'm eating more than veggie burgers, apparently.
So
Ah.
it seems. What makes him want to be honest with Faye about his feelings? Is it because he still can't move on from her or from his last relationship?
I think there's a friendship there, right? And there's a trust that's been built over time. And so I just think that Anthony is always trying to juggle whatever feelings he may have or whatever assumption of feelings he thinks she has with just trying to maintain a true friendship between them. And I think that's where that honesty and transparency is stemming from.
Well, Gracie, I think that Faye feels maybe guilt or maybe she doesn't want to be put upon because these are Anthony's feelings, but he had his shot, right? Is that what she's currently feeling right now?
Yeah, I think it's partly like not so much he had his shot because I don't think he ever really trusted that I had feelings for him. But I think she's just put in this weird predicament. It's like she doesn't want to be responsible for breaking up him and Talia. Like she liked Talia as a person and doesn't want that put upon her, especially like if she sees a future with them. It's like you don't want your relationship started because I made you break up with someone else. So I think while Anthony's trying just to be honest, I think Faye feels a little bit like put in a corner, back into a corner in a little bit.
I also think that might have been a way for Anthony to like not directly broach the subject, in an indirect way, like, hey, so this happened, and I am being honest with you. And the follow-up question would have been like, what do you feel about that? Like,
Yeah, but okay. And we're gonna start fighting.
Hey, look, I'm not saying it's right.
That's not fair. You basically told her, I broke up with my girlfriend because of you. And then I say, are you telling me you have feelings for me? And you didn't say yes. So
I mean, look.
You said I did have feelings for you. I told her I did have feelings for you. That's right.
I know, but I said, but don't I say something like, are you telling me you want to be with me or something? And you didn't say yes.
Look, Anthony says what the writers make him say. You know what I mean? But
he says what the writers make her say.
I'm just joking.
How do you think, or at least can you tease going forward, Aaron, how Anthony's confession is going to affect things with the group?
Yeah, I don't know how much I can say about that. I don't think the concern is about the effects that it may have on the group as a whole. I think it's more still just going to be about the relationship the friendship between Anthony and Faye. Yeah.
Whether or not it's a good idea,
whether or not it's a good idea.
Get involved romantically or not. But I do think, I think Faye holds a little bit of a grudge until she can't hold the grudge anymore. Is that a good way of saying it?
Well, all of you seem to have incredible comedic timing, and I feel like Gracie kept it together so well when that man was asking to taste her skin. Are there moments where you all break?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I mean, we all do. I feel like Carl is the only one who doesn't ever really break, but I feel like everyone else breaks all the time because everyone's so funny, and it's just really hard to be across from these like incredibly talented comedians and comedic actors and not sometimes just be like, and hopefully you're breaking at a point where you're not on camera where it's not your coverage and you're not messing up a take. But yeah, we're all guilty of it for sure.
I feel like Justin this season, he started breaking a lot.
Justin was the worst this season.
He was the worst. I was like, man, all right. So
We're like,
that's
okay,
the
Mr.
thing.
Juilliard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was breaking a lot, but it was fun. It was a funny season. We had a good time.
I was just gonna say, Aaron, this is an exceptional second season for Grand Crew. What do you think it is about the show that just continues to make it such a fan favorite?
I think it's our chemistry, right? I mean, we often comment about this, but it's so true. It's like that, I think, very much transfers to the screen. The fact that we all enjoy being around one another. Everyone's so supremely talented. Everyone has a uniqueness to them that they bring to the project as well, that they represent through their characters. And I think it's easy for someone watching to sort of feel that and maybe feel seen in that. You know, I think there's a lot of characters, or there's characters that you can connect with and connect to, regardless of your ethnicity or anything else. It's just like, oh, I know that person, or that person reminds me of myself, or that reminds me of my best friend. And I don't know, I just think I think it's twofold. I think it's obviously the chemistry that we have, and I just think the writers do a really good job of telling these human stories that are easy for people to connect with, and who doesn't want to laugh, right? And I think there's a lot of humor in it. So yeah, there's a few things working for itself right now.
Okay, so you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's all those things. It's the fact that we do have such a good time with each other, on and off the screen, that kind of seeps through the camera, you know, because I think all the greatest sitcoms were great because of the chemistry, like Seinfeld and Friends and Single Ladies and going back into and now I'm like thinking of 80s sitcoms, but it was always because of that chemistry with the cast and like just seeing them interact with each other and their great comedic timing with each other. I don't know if those people all were really friends off camera, but I think they were. Actually, we do know that Friends and Seinfeld people were actually friends off camera as well. So yeah, I do think I think there's something to that.
Well, you both do an exceptional job, especially here in season 2. I think it's a standout. So thank you so much for your time to chat with me about it. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season and seeing how the two of you either clash or connect.
Thank you so much
for having us.